Welcome to the EV Zone YouTube channel. Every week, the EV world charges ahead with game-changing innovations and surprising developments, and this week is a great example. A groundbreaking new policy is gaining traction globally, and its effects could be felt worldwide. EV adoption is growing fast, and with that growth comes new policies that could reshape how we all think about the cost of driving electric. Just last week, we covered Hawaii becoming the first US state to roll out a pay-per-mile EV road tax. Today, we're bringing you breaking news from Australia, because New South Wales is now following a very similar path. In this video, we are covering 5 key points about the NSW EV tax proposal. 1. What NSW State Premier Chris Minns is proposing and why it's important to know. 2. The exact per kilometre rates for EVs, hydrogen cars and plug-in hybrids. 3. When the tax is scheduled to roll out and the triggers that could bring it earlier. 4. Why governments are moving away from fuel excise and toward distance-based charging. 5. How this connects with Hawaii's road usage charge, plus what it means for EV drivers globally, including a critical US tax credit deadline you need to know about. Video disclaimer. First things first, before we dive into the NSW EV tax proposal, please note that this video is presented purely as an EV advancement news update. The images shown are for illustrative purposes only and have no affiliation with any company or brand. I'm simply sharing exciting developments in the EV industry. For more details about the NSW EV road tax, please visit the news source or the official website, newssource news.com.au. NSW Premier Chris Minns wrote user tax proposal. With that said, let's dive in. Section 1. What NSW Premier Chris Minns is proposing and why it matters. New South Wales Premier Chris Minns has announced that the state will move to replace the traditional fuel excise tax with a distance-based road user charge. The reason? As more people switch to EVs, governments are collecting less revenue from fuel taxes, which traditionally fund road maintenance and infrastructure. This proposal is important because it signals a major policy shift, one that directly affects the cost of owning and operating an EV in NSW, potentially sets the tone for other states to follow. Section 2. The exact per kilometre rates for EVs, hydrogen cars and plug-in hybrids. Here's how it breaks down. Electric and hydrogen vehicles will be charged 2.974 cents per kilometre. Plug-in hybrids will be charged slightly less at 2.379 cents per kilometre. That means for an EV driver covering 15,000 kilometers per year, the annual road user tax could be around $446 AUD. Compare that to current annual registration fees, and it's clear this tax could add a noticeable cost to EV ownership. Section 3. When the NSW EV tax will roll out and the triggers that could bring it sooner. The policy is set to begin July 1st, 2027. But here's the catch. If EVs make up 30% of new car sales in NSW before that date, the charge could be introduced sooner. This conditional trigger shows just how closely governments are watching EV adoption rates, and it means EV drivers could be facing this charge much earlier than expected if sales accelerate quickly. Section 4. Why governments are moving away from fuel excise and toward distance-based charging. Fuel excise has been the backbone of road funding for decades. Every litre of petrol or diesel sold includes a tax that goes toward infrastructure. But EVs don't use fuel, and that revenue stream is shrinking as adoption rises. Policymakers argue that if EV drivers don't contribute through some form of tax, the system becomes unfair and unsustainable. Instead of fuel-based taxation, the government wants a system where everyone contributes based on distance driven. The more you use the roads, the more you pay. On paper, it's simple, but the debate is whether it's fair to charge EVs at higher per kilometer rates compared to plug-in hybrids. Section 5, from Hawaii to NSW, what it means for EV drivers globally, and a critical US tax credit update. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. Just last week on this channel, we covered Hawaii's new EV road usage tax, the first of its kind in the United States. In Hawaii, EV owners can pay either $8 per 1,000 miles driven, capped at $50 per year, or a flat $50 annual fee. By comparison, the NSW model looks far more expensive. At nearly 3 cents per kilometre, an Australian EV driver could end up paying hundreds of dollars per year. That's a big difference, and it highlights how different governments are approaching the same problem. And this raises the bigger picture. Road user charges are starting to appear not just in the US and Australia, but in conversations across Europe as well. The trend is clear. Governments worldwide are preparing to tax EVs by distance, and this may eventually become the global standard. And while we're on the topic of global EV policies, here's an important update for my US audience. The $7,500 federal EV tax credit is changing soon. To secure the full benefit, buyers must finalize their contracts by September 30th, 2025. After that date, the credit will be reduced under the new federal budget law. This deadline could make a huge difference for anyone considering an EV purchase. In fact, sales have already spiked in August, with GM reporting over 21,000 EV sales in just 1 month as buyers rush to beat the deadline. If you're in the US and thinking about buying an EV, this is your window to act. Your thoughts? Now, I want to hear from you. Do you think the NSW proposal is fair? Should EV drivers pay per kilometre to fund roads, just like fuel tax users do? Or do you see this as a penalty that could discourage people from switching to electric vehicles? And when you compare Hawaii's $50 annual cap with NSW's potentially $400 plus yearly charge, which approach do you think makes more sense for the future? And for my US viewers, would the shrinking $7,500 federal tax credit influence your decision to buy an EV sooner rather than later? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I read them all, and your perspective may even feature in a future video. This channel is about building a community where your opinions drive the conversation. What's next? The EV world is moving fast, and we'll be back with the next big EV news break as soon as it happens. So stay tuned. This is the EV Zone, where we break it all down for you. No fluff, no hype, just the facts that matter. At EV Zone, we believe open discussions can lead to great discoveries. Here, we consider both sides of the coin and welcome all viewpoints to explore new possibilities. In the journey to accelerate EV innovation adoption and a greener world, we encourage our audience to join in and share their ideas. Each of us has unique creative contributions to offer, so if you have something to share, reach out to us and we'll create a video to share it with our audience. Thank you for joining us on this enlightening journey through the world of EVs. Whether you're an enthusiast or simply curious about the future of transportation, stay tuned for more exciting content on EV Zone. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share this video to support our channel. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.